Oh, it's good to be back. NBL Live is back on the NBL Network. We got NBL Live broadcast 303 coming up in just a little bit. Before we get there, we've got our NBL Live pregame show brought to you each and every time by our streetwear sponsor, CFN Clothing. And I listen, we've got this image here. You guys have seen this each and every week, our premium streetwear. But I want to take you straight to the source. Show you this. This is the CFN page. We got our brand new legacy sweatshirts and t-shirts up. Let me just give you a little taste of what those look like, because they are absolutely fire in a wide array of clothing. Look at those. I like the black. The blues are very nice. I mean, there's just a little bit of everything. Head over to our streetwear sponsors website. That's cfnclothing.com. You can click on the NBL tab. It's right up here, top right. You can also go to 365.maddenbomberlink.com and click on the merchandise tab, and it'll get you same place. And what I've heard, they are absolutely phenomenal. Mine has not quite gotten in yet, but I'm very excited to get it. But more importantly, I'm more excited to get to NBL Live. We have a phenomenal super show coming up for you. Browns and Ravens, as well as the Bears taking on the Chiefs. Week 16 action. Joining me, as always, the commissioner of the NBL. It is Bomber. Bomber, been a while since we had an NBL Live here on the NBL Network, but it is good to be back. And this is a great time of year because these are high-powered matchups, teams fighting for playoff position. It doesn't get more high leverage than this.
No, it absolutely doesn't. And a couple of these teams today are looking for a little bit of momentum as they do head into the playoffs today. I think the Baltimore Ravens sitting at 11-3. This is a must win for them because they just can't afford to drop a game right now. Kansas City Chiefs as well. They don't really have, if we were doing a college football ranking, if you will, in the NBL right now, the Kansas City Chiefs don't really have any just power wins against any top teams in the league right now. So I'm looking around outside of a win against the Baltimore Ravens, which they're tied with 11-3. They got losses against the Houston Texans, New England Patriots, and Jacksonville Jaguars, all three playoff teams. This is a big time win. Bears obviously playing for their playoff life right now. They have to win just to stay alive in the hunt. Still one game remaining in NBL season 40. So a lot of just storylines kind of drifting in, and a lot of opportunity to kind of right the ship and get some momentum heading into the playoffs.
Big shout out to Z-Star with the 18 months of subscribing. Under Oath as well with 13 months. Good to see everybody in there. Katie, Stad, Cool Runnings. I really hate Mark. Still hating on Mark. Draco in chat saying he really needs the Chiefs to lose. Madros in the chat. What's going on, Madros? Let's get right to it. Let's take a look at our players to watch for today's NBL Live Super Show. Let's start out with that game between the Browns and the Ravens. And for the Cleveland Browns, Nick Chubb looking to have another big game. Averaging almost 6 yards a carry, 773 yards, but only 6 touchdowns. And that's less on the fault of Nick Chubb, Bomber, because this Browns team has really tried to air it out. Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham. They're really trying to establish the passing game. But the success that Chubb has had on the ground, I mean, am I wrong to think that today against the Ravens, they really just need to pound the rock and give Chubb 20, 25 carries?
Yeah, it's kind of a lost season so far for the Cleveland Browns. So let's go ahead and see if Chubb can kind of finish strong here in the running attack. He's averaging 5.9 yards per carry this year. This is a team that's top 10. There's one lone bright spot in a 5-8-1 record. And how ugly is that? 5-8-1. I mean, does it get any uglier? I mean, if you had season tickets, let's just say, to maybe a Cleveland Browns franchise, let's just say, just kind of just roll with me for a second.
Play with me in this space. Got it. I'm with
exactly. 5-8-1. What are you thinking? Honestly, 5-8-1. That's just not feeling good. But they are a top 10 rushing team. Yeah, you got to go ground and pound with Nick Chubb today. 131 attempts, 773 yards, 6 touchdowns. I'd like to see him, get a little closer to that 1,000-yard mark for the 23-year-old in his second year. But it is what it is. 5.9 yards per carry. Still good. Maybe he knocks in a couple touchdowns today. Maybe he can hit the double-digit touchdowns before the season's over.
He did miss some time this year with injuries. What's going on, Mr. 858 Original 1? On the flip side, the man I need to score about 60 points today in our NBL Fantasy League. It is Lamar Jackson. And he has had a phenomenal season. looking to get to that 4,000-yard mark. Should reach it depending on what happens today and next week, but 132.6 passer rating, 29 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And Palmer, Lamar Jackson, the reason why he has been one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league is the threat to run is always there, but how impressed are you by his accuracy this season with the Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah, we talk about his threat to run. I think you hit the nail on the head. The threat to run. We haven't really seen him use his legs like we know he can, but the threat to run has really allowed his passing attack to really open up. So what he kind of lacks as far as accuracy goes, because he gets outside of the pocket and puts pressure on your secondary, it just kind of opens up some passing lanes and allows him to be just a little less accurate than most, but still get away with it. And right now, he's been phenomenal. I mean, you look at his touchdown to interception ratio. He's one of the tops in the league right now, 29 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. But I'd like to point out, he has not ran for 100 yards in the game yet here this season. His highest was week 1. He ran for 97 yards. And then he's really just been kind of I don't like to say pocket passer, but more of a threat to run than someone that's actually getting outside the pocket and gaining yards on the ground.
On the flip side, a huge match between the Chiefs and the Bears. And looking at the Kansas City Chiefs, I mean, who else would you talk about but Tyreek Hill? 1,374 yards on 59 receptions, 17 touchdowns. And Bomber, this is with a team that hasn't had Mecole Hardman for large stretches of the season, and also lost Patrick Mahomes for a couple weeks. Tyreek Hill, right now, on the record, is he the best wide receiver in the league?
He is definitely an explosive wide receiver. I think to be the best receiver, you have to, they say the best ability is availability. I think if he was available today, and I think if he, if his health was 100% throughout the entire year, yeah, I think Tyreek Hill, is the best wide receiver in the NBL, hands down, no questions asked. Most explosive, can get over the top, and when you have a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, it just makes you that much more dangerous, combined with your obviously natural ability and your speed over the top.
On the flip side, for the Chicago Bears, Tariq Cohen, 909 rushing yards, 5.9 per catch or per rush, 10 touchdowns, put the ball on the ground 3 times, pretty low for this particular man, and also a weapon in the backfield. And you look at the Chicago Bears, they are on the bubble. They need to get some wins. 9-5 right now, trailing the Minnesota Vikings, who also have a game tonight against the division-leading Green Bay Packers. That NFC North still up for grabs. Right now, do you think the Chicago Bears are a playoff team in Season 40?
And geez, Train is just flickering through the things. I actually had the sound on. I said, where is that sound coming from? I just keep hearing click, click, click. You probably obviously don't hear it because you already have it muted, I assume.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
Yeah, and Train obviously, is getting the 8-year-old out of him right now. I guess good thing to get it out pre-game. But right now, if I'm the Chicago Bears, I'm just really disappointed, man. I mean, you look at a team that got off to a pretty hot start, looked good for a while. I mean, a tough loss to the Rams, 17-16 in Week 11. And then they had a loss to the Cowboys, 31-21, Week 14. A loss to the Packers, Week 15, 17-10. They just ended up at the end of the season playing 500 football. I mean, a loss to the Eagles, Week 9. We expected them to win that game. I don't understand what happened to the Chicago Bears, but at one point I thought they were the front runner for the NFC North. Then all of a sudden I look around and somehow the Packers, who started, 1-3, are now leading the division, and they have the opportunity to control their own fate. So the Bears are just kind of trying to scrape in and doing what Draco normally does, is just find himself on the outside, trying to look in and needing the last couple weeks to get a little bit of luck and kind of crawl into the wild card spot.
Let's take a look at how our Bleacher Report team sees these 2 games here on our NBL Live Super Show. Majority going Kansas City Chiefs, only Cringe, JB, and Project Fat going the Chicago Bears. On the flip side, only 2 teams taking the Cleveland Browns in this one, Cougs and Fat. So clearly Fat just hasn't been paying attention. He works a lot, probably doesn't watch a whole lot of NBL Live, doesn't pay attention to the league. So he's going to go 0-2. Bomber, let's take your predictions. Let's start out with the game between the Browns and the Ravens.
Well, can we do Pricey's prediction first?
What is Pricey going to say?
Okay, so you just asked me, be like, hey, Pricey, we need your predictions for the game tonight.
Hey, Pricey, how do you feel like these games are going to go?
The what?
The NBL Live games, Pricey.
Oh, I mean, I like them tonight. I don't know, man. Nick, let's go. I'm going to take the Eagles, man.
Yeah, Not even a bird-based team.
Is Carson Wentz healthy? I don't know. I haven't followed him, Bomber.
It's pricey, man. Just go back.
Just give me the Eagles.
Okay, yeah, we'll give you the Eagles. Price is taking the Eagles in this one.
October's knows what he's doing this year.
Yeah, he's not the Eagles anymore. But hey, I appreciate you calling in, Pricey. Let's start off with that game between the Browns and the Ravens. Any chance the Browns come up with an upset victory here in Week 16?
I mean, is there a chance? I mean, you got to give me crazy odds. What's the chance? Well, give me some numbers here. Let's talk a little Vegas odds here. What would it take me to jump on a Cleveland Browns bet right now?
If the Browns were sitting there at, let's put them at, let's say minus, let's put them at plus 400. You taking them at that point?
Okay, so I'd have to bet 100 to win 400. That's I'm putting
4-1 odds.
Yeah, I'll put 800 on Z-Star tonight, and I'll take my $200.
There you go.
I mean, maybe 1,400. And I probably would, I'd probably tell my wife, hey, I'm about to put $1,400 down to win 100 right now, but trust me, we're going to win this 100. And my wife completely wouldn't understand, but she'd be okay with it after the final results. I got the Ravens big tonight, guys. 38 to... We're going to go 17. 38-17, Ravens staple win. Justin
Will I
Kicker,
get my
you see him on the screen.
win, though? There's my question.
Will you get your what? Fantasy win. Lamar Jackson. I think he's gonna have a big game tonight. I think he gets the wheels rocking and rolling. I think he has a 100-yard rushing game. I'm calling tonight. First one of the season.
All right, flip side. This one, a high-powered matchup. The 11-3 Kansas City Chiefs taking on the 9-5 Chicago Bears. Bears need this one to stay alive in the NFC playoff race. Do they get it today against the Chiefs?
All right, so I'm going to do this one as pricey. Draco's still the Bears, right?
Yes, Pricey. Draco's still the Bears.
Oh. All right, man. Well, I'm going to go.
Hey, JB's a choke artist, man. He can't win this one.
I don't know, Bomber. Just make it a tie.
Okay, we'll make it a tie.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs tonight. I like Draco. I think they're going to get pressure early. I think Lip will settle down a little bit. Pressure really does get to this Kansas City Chiefs team. If you can get pressure to Patrick Mahomes, have him force a couple throws, maybe he gets a little antsy in the pocket, but I think he settles down, and I think the pressure really is on the Chicago Bears. This is a team, like I said, 500 and below football in the second half of their schedule in NBL Season 40. It's been a continuing trend for Draco. So there's a lot of pressure, not just from the fan base, but it's inward pressure because he's starting to believe that he really is a choke artist. And once you start believing that, you start succumbing to that pressure. And tonight, I mean, an opportunity to prove the doubters wrong, but I don't see it happen. Kansas City Chiefs 27, Chicago Bears 17. And WWE over AEW all day.
Only one way to find out. Let's get it out to the games. Appreciate you guys tuning into the NBL Live pregame show. But it is game time here on the NBL Network, and these are two crucial matchups coming up next. It's playoff teams in action. The Browns taking on the Ravens in a divisional matchup, and the Bears looking to stay alive in the NFC playoff hunt. They've got a tough game against the Kansas City Chiefs. It's all coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the NBL Network. Holla.
And we are indeed live, and it's NBL Live, broadcast 303 here on the NBL Network. Week 16 action, the playoff race is heating up, and we are so happy to have you along with us. I am Nick Mazesco, your NBL Network Director. Joining me, as always, is the Commissioner of the NBL. It is Bomber. Before we get into our games, we want to give a big shout-out to our NBL Live sponsor this entire season. It is Elgato. We use Elgato with all of our streaming, from the stream decks to the green screens to the key lights. They are so important. Head over to Elgato.com, grab yourself some high-quality streaming products from Elgato, and a big shout-out to Elgato, who makes everything here on the NBL Network possible. Bomber, it is good to be back on the NBL Network. I think I remember how to do this. I've got the correct shirt on, the right hat on, and we've got playoffs coming up, so these matchups, the intensity is ramped up.
Absolutely. And it's snowing in Chicago. That's going to play really into the hands of the Chicago Bears, because one thing the Kansas City Chiefs have really failed to do this season is run the ball. I mean, they're sitting 30th in the league rushing. Touchdowns-wise, only 8 on the year rushing the ball, and they pass for 44. 44-8, that's a terrible balance.
As Browns already picking up a first down on their first drive. A little quick drag route, and then Nick Chubb right up the middle. Left side of your screen, take a look at these Cleveland Browns. I formation, Chubb at the top of the eye, Baker Mayfield under center, 2 wide set for the Cleveland Browns at home, looking for I mean, again, this team's not going to make the playoffs, but you never know with momentum as Mayfield drops back. That's mid-blitz, and you got to get the ball off quicker than that, as that is an easy play for this Baltimore Ravens defense.
Yeah, you got to see him coming off the edge just a little bit. Baker's got to do a better job, but how about the halfback? Step up and maybe just cut blocks. Give me something. Hold. I mean, take his knees out. I mean, give your quarterback an opportunity to just have an extra second. Maybe even just tap him. Say, hey, you see that guy coming? I mean, I'm not picking him up. But maybe you should be a little bit concerned, because he's coming full head of steam.
And there you go. The Bears getting a 3-and-out on their first drive. 2nd and 17. Flag down, looking left side. Diving play. Oh, what a catch, but it's coming back. It's a hold on the play, but how about the catch by Odell Beckham on the left side? Unfortunately, it doesn't count for anything.
Oh, nice move out there for the Chicago Bears,
move.
slicing and dicing. 81. Man, he might end up on a poster there in Chicago.
2nd and 27 now for the Cleveland Browns. Shotgun formation, 4 wide set. Mayfield dropping back, looking underneath, completes it. That's Antonio Callaway with the catch. He'll pick up a couple, cut into that. 2nd and 27, cuts down to a 3rd and 21.
Yeah, kind of a quiet year for Antonio Callaway. Nothing to really be ashamed of. 35 catches, 482 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's had a pretty nice role here as a slot receiver. Really disappointed in David Njoku. Only 30 catches, 416 yards, and just 1 touchdown on the season. He's got to do better than that.
I'm just going to keep typing out dupes. 3rd and 21. 4 wide set for Baker Mayfield. Spread formation. As Mayfield drops back past only 3-man rush from the Baltimore Ravens on the left side of your screen. And he's chugging up, looking for the one-on-one play, but that one sorely underthrown. He's going to draw a pass interference, though. Oh, man.
I wouldn't even click on there. I mean, I got 3-on-1. I'm not clicking on.
You got it.
As much as I tell Z to click on, and then the one time he does, I mean, that point
he clicked on so early, and that's the thing that I figured out about this
exactly.
game, is
he
you just got to click
really
on last
early
second.
With a huge advantage, and he's just basically walking into traffic, and Odell found himself kind of in the middle of it. There's no way he was coming down with that.
1st and 10, Mayfield dropping back, blitz right up the middle, quick throw. Oh, that should have been picked. Instead,
wow.
Landry makes the catch and finds the end zone. My fantasy hopes might be going down the toilet because Z-Star is asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, Jarvis Landry was actually a wide receiver the Cleveland Browns were kind of taking calls for early in NBL season 40. They were trying to move him early on. And honestly, it's the $15 million base salary. A lot of teams didn't want to take that on. He's kind of a big-time cap salary guy right now for 89 speed. Kind of, not really the biggest wide receiver, more of a slot wide receiver. But right there comes away with the big catch. But Jarvis Landry, keep an eye on him next season. Maybe he doesn't stay as a Cleveland Brown. I actually probably see him getting shipped before week 4.
Nice return of the middle. Ball's out. Picked up by the Browns. How about that? A turnover on the kickoff. And we're going the other way. I got full screen.
Yeah, I might have to tell my wife about that $1,400 on the table here. We might be in trouble. It's getting overturned.
Okay, it's
All
overturned.
We're
We're gooch. Okay, good. Wow. Hey, Z-Star. Put down the cell phone with JRE on it. Pay attention to your game. Let's go full screen to Chicago and Kansas City as the Bears on a drive in the clutch. It's 3rd and 5. Double A-gap nickel for Kansas City. Network, baby. That's a big shout out to the Gov with the sub. Trubisky, nowhere to go.
Terrible.
Throws it into coverage. Oh, he's lucky that's not going the other way. Draco may have the defense, but offensively, that was a Ray Charles throw.
Yeah, that was just bad. Should have just thrown that away. Let's see if he can kick this field goal here in the snow.
Hey, Jamie, stop removing the timeout on dudes. That's really my only power here. Let's kick us up. It's good. 3-0. Chicago on top early. A nice start in a snowy game at Soldier Field. Back to Baltimore and Cleveland. 1st and 10 for Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens. 4 wide set. The tight end, Mark Andrews on the right side. Mark Ingram in the backfield for Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. This team top of the AFC North. Jackson takes the snap.
Another fun fact about the Chicago Bears defense is they're number one against the pass.
And he slides down. One more time. Chicago Bears number one.
Yeah, that was just completely bad time.
And what? Khalil Mack leading the league in sacks. He's broken the single season record.
Yeah, and that's probably the reason for it. They just get you into these horrible situations down in distances. But yeah, they're number one against the pass defensively this year. And the Chiefs have been number one yards-wise passing the ball. So the snow's going to play a big factor into that, I believe, today.
Lamar Jackson, nice throw to Mark Andrews. First and 10.
And that's a DPI.
Looking for the corner route. It's a nice catch by Kelsey. Aha! 0-42 or 0-43. Takes the 42. Takes the completion. First and 10 for Lamar Jackson as they are inside the red zone. You keep track of the Bears and the Chiefs on the left side of your screen. Jackson waiting, looking. Oh, he had the out route. He's going for the touch pass to Andrews, the tight end. Can't come up with a catch. That out route was wide open. Nobody staying with the receiver on the left side. I think that was Hollywood Brown running the out route, but instead goes for the tight end, incomplete pass. Yeah,
Lamar's got to do a better job progressing his reads. That's a cover one. You got to see the robber. You got basically help stacked right there in the middle of the field. I don't know what he was looking at.
Second and 10, and we're going to get a handoff to Mark Ingram right up the middle, and he'll pick up a good chunk of yards to the 9-yard line.
That's a great play call there for the Baltimore Ravens. There's a few teams in the NBL, probably a handful, we'll say 5, maybe 6, that are really threats to run the ball on second down. And we actually are fortunate to see 2 tonight. The Chicago Bears, the owner Draco, and Z-Star, they will run on second and 10 to keep the defense honest, as you see it right there. Now it's a 3rd and 2.
A little draw play for Ingram. Get down, Mark. That's not a touchdown. No, don't give him the touchdown. Z, what are you doing? You're killing my fantasy!
Oh, is Mark Ingram who you're going against? Your fantasy's done now.
I'm talking about you. Can call the game.
Oh, I just saw you slouch back in your chair.
I hope Joe Rogan cancels his podcast.
So we're closed now, or what? Oh, Joe. He doesn't call him Joe Rogan. He just calls him the experience.
I hope he experiences a cancellation. Hey, Porter, how about you fumble the ball a couple more times? How about that? First and 10 for Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, down 3-0, but a nice drive as they're at the 11-yard line. Mahomes in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to the corner route, picked off. That was a horrible read. Clinton Dix is laughing his way to an interception. The Bears defense clamping down.
Yeah, that was just not a good read at all. You essentially have Clinton Dix, one of the better safeties in the game, kind of just slide right underneath, and he just kind of gets right underneath the vision of Patrick Mahomes, and he's tunnel vision looking down the field. Maybe the snow's got him a little snow blind to what's in front of him.
Porter's appearance in the fantasy playoffs, the only playoffs he'll see this entire cycle, because he doesn't know how to not fumble the ball. 2nd and 7 for the Cleveland Browns. Tied 7-7 with the Baltimore Ravens. Pistol formation. Baker Mayfield, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. And it's a handoff to Chubb, left side. Trying to find some room over there. Great run stick there from Entry. Just a top-notch run stick as he'll pick up a couple, set up a 3rd and 5. Did Reggie Ragland just pick off Mitch Trubisky?
Yeah, it was a nice little lurk there for Lip. Sat underneath it, and I think Trubisky ended up getting hit as he was throwing. The ball just kind of wobbled out, and Ragland was able. Ragland is really an NBL Live hero. He always has big games on NBL Live.
1st and 10 for the Chiefs. That's Damian Williams outside, gets around the corner, and I don't know if Lip just didn't trust that he broke it around the corner. As picked off.
Nice click.
That's a great click on by Z-Star. And the Ravens will get the ball at the 49-yard line, but how about the run from Damian Williams? Now 1st and goal from the 3-yard line for the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes.
See, if I'm the Bears, I play this pass every single time because you just look, 44 passes to 8 rushes. I'm going to let you run. Every time you're inside the goal red zone and you're the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm playing the pass the entire time. I'm going to let you run the ball. And you're just hoping Lamar Jackson just breaks one. It's not happening right now.
I love that now Porter and Brad are arguing about who's better. It's not really that close. Williams toss play. Good tackle. Bomber, this Bears defense is no joke.
They're arguing about who's better between Brad and Porter.
Yeah.
Oh, who cares?
Fair play. The second quarter, 7-7 to score, 3rd and goal for the Chiefs. Bunch formation, pistol for Mahomes, dropping back on 3rd and goal. That was just
He can go for it here. See if he gets aggressive.
I would not.
Once again, I mean, just so close to the goal line. When you have no presence of a real running attack, when you get into 3rd and goal and you just don't trust the run enough to say, hey, I'm going to run the ball here in the snow, and if I don't pick it up, let me just go ahead and kick this field goal. He puts the ball in the air again, just risky against a team that's #1 in the league, only giving up 150 passing yards in the air in NBL Season 40.
I'm going to go for Lamar, so he'll take off. He'll pick up a first down.
Oh, dirty on the sideline. Wow.
4th and goal for the Chiefs. They're going for it. 2 tight ends. Williams in the backfield, 2 wide receivers. Why not hand it to Williams right up the middle? And he picks up the touchdown. Damian Williams against a defense. Pinch buck O that looks like it would stop it. Great blocking up front. And the Chiefs get a rushing touchdown on 4th and goal. A huge play from Lip.
Yeah, I like the gutsy call there for the Kansas City Chiefs. Got to keep the momentum going on that drive. You already have a turnover inside the red zone. Mahomes let one get away early. Trust your offense, put points on the board, and take the lead. And now let's see if the defense can kind of take suit.
1st and 10 now. Let's go full screen to Baltimore and Cleveland as Baltimore's on a drive. And he's going to float it out to the right side. Nice little touch pass. Ow! Sneed with a little juke move, a little shake and bake action on the right side.
Yeah, just kind of like, it's almost like he just pulled the chair right out from under him as both defenders collide on each other. Willie Sneed is elusive, quick, and he's really sneaky slot receiver here for the Ravens.
Lamar just gets that off to Sneed. He'll go out of bounds at the 12-yard line, picking up 6. Oh, Taylor Gabriel with a little catch makes the man miss for the Bears, and he's out of there. You ain't catching the speedy Taylor Gabriel. The Bears with a response. 1 play, 1 touchdown for the Bears offense.
A nice throw there by Mitch Trubisky on the right sideline there. You just tell, you have home field advantage. You're playing in the snow, no problem. Delivers a strike on the right side and makes the right throw.
Do you know
no problem.
Not really clear. We are so happy to have you along with us. NBL Live broadcast 303 here on the NBL Network. Nick Mazesco, Bomber on the call. 3rd and 10 now for the Baltimore Ravens. You see the Bears and Chiefs on the left side of your screen. Motion Ingram over to his left hip. 3 wide set, 1 tight end. Look for Andrews here in the red zone.
Got to be a run, right? No, it's going to pass.
No, looks like he's going to throw it. Lamar dropping back on 3rd and 10. And he's got the tight end Andrews, but
I like it. I still like that catch. And Mark Andrews got to hold on to that ball. I'm
surprised that's not a fumble.
It's not a fumble, yeah.
Because it came up with the user truck.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could get the truck number without it being a possession, but the game says what it is as the Bears pick up a sack on 1st down. But this Bears offense is able to put 10 points up already, and the one knock on this Kansas City Chiefs team, Bomber, their defense, it's a little rough over there.
Yeah, they give up points, and they give up big plays, and when you're playing a team like the Chicago Bears who struggle offensively to really score, they're 26th in the NBL, only scoring 20 points per game, you have to really be able to just show up defensively. You can't give up those easy strikes for 6, and right now the Chiefs are just doing what they've done the entire year, and just really, miss opportunities in the open field and give up those big plays.
And here we go, 3rd down and 3 on the right side of the screen. 1st and 10 for the Browns. Great throw there from Baker. Fun fact, it was inaccurate. Let's see what the Chiefs come out with here on 3rd and short after they pick up 14 little drag route to Sammy Watkins. 3 wide set. Remember, no Mecole Hardman, no Tyreek Hill in this game for the Chiefs. Mahomes on 3rd down. Waiting, looking, can't get away from that Bears pass rush. Goldman with the sack, and the Chiefs are going to have to punt this one away.
I'd like to see him climb the pocket and maybe just step up and go, pick up the 3 yards. We saw him with the run earlier. Mahomes got out, ran, picked up about 15. Maybe he could do that a little bit more, and maybe that'll take a little bit of pressure off this pass rush because they've been so great. Obviously, Khalil Mack leading the league in sacks in NBL Season 40, If he can step up in the pocket and use his legs just a little bit of a threat, I think that'll take some pressure off of him in the pocket.
Handoff left side for David Montgomery. He'll pick up a couple. 3rd and 10 for Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. Bunch formation. Mayfield dropping back on 3rd and 10. Dropping back. And he's looking to the right side. Good click on there by Z-Star. That
Let it
one's
up the field. Didn't have to.
Easy. And Smith has got some blockers up ahead. He'll go down to the 31-yard line. That one just too easy for the Ravens defense.
Yeah, he led it up the field and he possession caught it. So not only did he lead it up the field into the defender, he did a passive animation for it, which it's almost a double negative at that point. He should have led that one probably down and to the sideline, and then maybe possession caught it, the toe tap. But yeah, definitely not the right call there for the receiver.
Play action pass. Lamar looking for Andrews. Got him on the corner route, out of bounds at the, I'll call him at the 6-yard line. He looked more like a 4 to me, but be out of bounds in goal line range. Trubisky waiting, looking. He's going to throw this over to the left side. That was actually really good man coverage from the Kansas City Chiefs on a cover 0 hero. But,
yeah, he wide caught that. Should have rat caught that ball. Gabriel right there. If you would have hit X, probably catches it in stride.
Good throw, Lamar. Great throw, Lamar. Let's go. Take that, Porter. Let's go, baby.
How many points do you have to beat him by here in this game?
Lamar needs to
40?
have a career game. Career. Trubisky didn't throw that out to Cohen in the flat. Not a whole lot to go there. His kick is up. It's good. 17-7 the score.
Watch this 3rd and 9. Sit at the 39-yard line. Don't be surprised if Draco runs something of a draw here maybe, or even just a straight-up run to catch the defense. Maybe a halfback base or inside zone off this shotgun.
3rd and 9. Trubisky in the shotgun. Full wide set 3 to the right side. 1 over the left side for Mitch Trubisky as he drops back to pass on 3rd and 9.
Well, he should.
Pressure up the middle. And that one too easy as Jones just sheds a double team and gets to Mitch Trubisky, and the Bears, after a promising stop and a promising drive, they're going to punt this one away. Mark Brawler, you're wrong. I can be. It's my show. I can be biased if I want.
Yeah, keep an eye on number 18 there. Johnny Dixon, rookie, picked up from the Houston Texans practice squad. Obviously replacing some of the injured wide receivers they got. Tyreek Hill. Obviously a big shoes to fill. Obviously we're not thinking he's going to fill those shoes. But Johnny Dixon is a guy that just came off 10 catches, 180 yards against the Denver Broncos last week.
Johnny Dixon, former Buckeye from the Ohio State University. 2nd and 7. Baker, nice throw, left side, finding Odell to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, down 10 already. Got to get a little bit more pace here. 2-minute drill here for the Cleveland Browns. Can they get some points on the board? I'm okay with 3 even going into half, just keeping it a 1-score game.
1st and 10 for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Dropping back, waiting, looking. Boy. Up, there's the playmaker. There's Kelsey at the field. Oh, little stick there. Lipstick seems a little off today. Because he made a miss and then just
I don't know why Draco didn't click on up there just so he could run with the, you know, when he was rolling to the sideline. If he would have clicked on, he would have been on one of those guys over there. But missed opportunity there for Draco defensively. But yeah, it just seems a little sluggish. But then again, he said Kelsey's not as smooth as he thought he was going to be. A little rounded.
1st and goal for Mahomes. Dropping back, looking underneath, finding Robinson. But a big hit at the goal line prized that ball free.
I really would like to see a run. I think the running attack will catch them a little off guard here. Very pass-heavy inside the 5 for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, shout out to the Cheez-It ad. The Cheez-It grooves. They are tasty. Okay, this ad is making me uncomfortable. I don't care for this at all.
Cheez-It grooves. It's a mind crunch.
I don't. I'm never buying Cheez-It grooves. Oh, Ravens got a sack. 2nd and goal. Handoff. Williams, nowhere to go. Now 3rd and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs.
3rd and goal, I run it. If I'm Kansas City right here, just because the Chicago Bears defense, a minute and a half before halftime, I don't want a turnover here. And I'm okay going to half tied up. I think I can clean up a few things and come away with this W. But I don't want any turnovers here. I'm okay running the ball, and I think it might catch them off guard a bit. It looks like that's what he's going to do. Absolutely incorrect. Could have passed that ball, man. You're the Chiefs. You're a passing team. What are you doing?
As the punt is away and the Ravens will get the ball back. A minute 41 to go before halftime.
You know, one thing I haven't seen with Travis Kelce, they've been inside the 5. They passed it how many times, you think? 7, 8 times? We haven't seen any high pass to Kelce.
Right.
We haven't seen any seam shots, nothing like that. It's been slants and kind of drags. I'd like to see Kelce high point of pass inside the 5.
Oh, Lamar taking a deep shot, left side, one-on-one coverage. Good coverage downfield on Hollywood Brown.
Is that Greedy Williams with a little bit of contact? Gets away with it. Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, you probably have your Cleveland blinders on.
I saw nothing. That's a good cover. 2nd and 10 for Lamar, left side of your screen. Pressured. You have to check this one away.
Click on.
1st and 10 for the Bears on the right side of your screen. Trubisky dropping back to pass. 4-man rush for the Chiefs. A quick little out route to Taylor Gabriel. Pick up a couple to the 29-yard line. Give him 4. Bring up a 2nd 6. 3rd and 10 now for the Baltimore Ravens. Shotgun formation for Lamar Jackson. 3 wide receivers over the left side, 1 over the right side. Trips tight end. He's got Mark Ingram on his right hip. And here goes Lamar dropping back. Blitz picked up a little lazily. Chucks it up for Willie Snead. Can't make the catch in traffic. Ravens going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, I like what he originally had. I would have kept Hollywood Brown on that verticals concept and just had him, just go stride for stride down the sideline. I think he could have really just outran the corner over there, but he took him off it for a dig. Maybe a missed opportunity there for the Baltimore Ravens.
Browns a touchdown here. They are right back in this game. How about that little catch from Burton?
Little catch? You mean Burton?
The Burtmeister, as I like to call him. Ooh, a little angle right to Chubb. Chubb shakes off one.
Porter, take notes. You see how he picked up as much as he could and he got out of bounds? Watch this. He's going to pick up a little more. Test it, get out of bounds.
Oh, you mean stand on the sideline and get hit sticks for the 5th time?
2 timeouts here, 17 seconds left. You can do a lot of damage here. Oh, he's so smart.
Hand off to Cohen. 1st down and more. Trying to get a little juke move, but he'll pick up 10, 13 seconds left. And if you're the Bears, you're completely comfortable taking a field goal here.
Yeah, I think that they are. I think they're going to take a shot, though, here at the 25.
Pass underneath to Nick Chubb for the Cleveland Browns, out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 57 seconds left in that half.
Nice job there, picking up some yards, stopping the clock. You got 2 timeouts here. Once again, I'm trying to go into half with a 1-score game, whether it's 7 or 3. That's my objective here if I'm a Cleveland Brand.
1st and 10 for Trubisky over the middle of the field. Finds Hall.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Draco.
Could have walked for a touchdown. Lip clicks on and I think he just freaked them out.
Yeah.
He just ran away.
2nd and 1. Baker gets hit his field. Lucky that's not a fumble. As the Bears going to attempt a field goal. This one, it's a little shorty. 25-yard attempt from the left hash mark to take the lead into halftime. Kick is up. All right, 1 second left.
Hey, you almost maybe you're getting that good as a broadcaster that you're starting to gain some powers there. He almost literally when you said almost a shorty, I really felt he's gonna shank this because you said that.
What's going on, man? Good to see you.
Those good announcers, man, they always end up jinxing little chippies. Nice motion cap animation there. Step into it, Rip. Look at that.
Also, how big is that field goal? Because the Bears getting the ball to start the 2nd half.
Yeah, a little 2-for-1 opportunity here for Chicago.
Baker's in trouble. Baker's down. Baker is down. I can't. Oh. Appreciate you guys hanging out.
Did he step over him and start trying to cross him up while he's a little bit of a Iverson, Tyronn Lue kind of a situation? I know Baker's not going to take kindly to that.
2nd and 16 for the Browns.
Here we go.
Action. Mayfield dropping back. Oh, it's a screen pass. Just gets it off to Chubb. He spun about 4 seconds too early for that one to work. Nice tackle made. 3rd and 12. Clock at 15 seconds.
Yeah, the backpedaling by Baker Mayfield right there, really playing it extra safe here. I'm okay with the field goal. Cut it down to a one-score game here, just a touchdown, and try to climb back in the second half. Cohen's balling here in the second half.
Okay. All right, Tariq. As the field goal is up from 46 yards out, it is good. The Browns are going to go into halftime, only down 7 to the Baltimore Ravens. They've had a nice first half. Ravens will get the ball to start the second half. Who timed out Eddie Mars? That is so rude to time out Eddie Mars. It'd be like booting him from an Xbox party last night. Like, just uncalled for.
See, this is what you can do against Kansas City. Kansas City, since they're so aggressive passing the ball, if you can get a lead in the second half and then go on a very long drive and control the clock, it can really demoralize this team, not just defensively, but offensively can put them in a little bit of a hurry, and that's what Chicago's trying to do right now.
There's a handoff to Cohen. He'll fight forward for some yards. Pick up 3. 3rd and 6. How about 7 carries, 61 yards for Tariq Cohen. NBL Live Super Show here. A big shout out to our NBL Live sponsor, Elgato, for all they do for the NBL Network. Check them out, elgato.com. Rob Malt, wish I was in this. Looks so much fun. Appreciate you tuning in, man. You always
Eddie, give up your spot.
He can't
Eddie
talk.
will be in your whispers.
I mean, somebody timed him out. 2nd and 10, Lamar. Throw right side. That's Hollywood Brown. First time we've called Hollywood Brown's name. Get close to that first down marker at the 36-yard line. How about 3rd and 6? How about Mitch Trubisky? How about Trubisky still going? He takes a hit and fumbles it. Of course he did. The quarter special on the sideline.
The whole time I'm thinking, wow, he's getting away with almost murder here. The way that he's running free and just get out of bounds. And I think at one point Draco was determined to go for 6. He said, I'm going all or nothing here. And little did he know, there was still one more roadblock just waiting for him at the very end of that very nice run.
I love that he didn't even wait for the blocker to get out there and block for him. He just was like, I got this. 2nd and 3, Lamar. Okay, inaccurate quick throw. Fair play. Let's throw to Robinson for the Kansas City Chiefs. They'll get out of that hole and get to the 33-yard line.
I'm still wondering what Trubisky's doing there. Why not slide? Why not get out of bounds? So many options. Did Porter somehow spiritually take over the joystick from Draco right there and just will himself into another fumble? Maybe.
He wanted to know what it'd be like to be in the playoff race. 3rd and 3.
Oh, wow.
Dropping back is Lamar on 3rd and 3. Pressure right side. You got to get rid of the ball. And the Cleveland Browns, they're looking for an upset special as Myles Garrett gets his first sack of the day.
Yeah, just the force there on the defensive ends in the NBL have been causing havoc to quarterbacks. Myles Garrett, you've seen even outside linebackers with Khalil Mack, J.J. Watt. So many defensive ends and outside linebackers, edge rushers have been able to get to the quarterbacks early in NBL Season 40 in this cycle, and we've seen it happen early and often. Quarterbacks got to be a little bit more attentive to the edge rushers in Madden 20. Did he catch that ball? That's what I'm looking at. Did the Chiefs? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Nice little tough catch and press coverage. Browns, boy, I wonder if they get a touchdown here. Well, good start. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs, by the way. They pick up a couple yards, give them 5 on the play. Getting the ball out of Mahomes' hands quickly is a key to neutralizing Khalil Mack and this Bears defense. 2nd and 5, Mahomes. Oh, look at the protection. He's got time, and he's going to find Robinson, who just stone hand drops that one.
And that's a makeup. That's a makeup drop because that last catch that he made in the snow on blanket coverage was pretty phenomenal. Well, he was due for a drop.
Ooh, Baker with a little dotty action to the right side, but he doesn't get the feet in bounds. Did he? Yeah, it's the replay again. As an inaccurate throw there from Mahomes. So after a great play on 1st down, to get it to a 2nd and 5.
Big field goal here. Wow, this is big here.
50-yard attempt into the wind. Ball is down. The kick is up. Does it have the leg? Yes, it does. It is good. We got a tie ball game in Chi-Town. It might be Tie-Town.
Something about the Chicago Bears team. I mean, Tariq Cohen has looked good, but outside of that, Trubisky just very erratic. Defensively, they've looked good, but offensively, something's missing. You just don't see the explosive offensive weapon. We saw Burton make a spectacular catch, but I don't see the offensive weapons outside of the little speedy, the halfback. That's it. I mean, where's Allen Robinson? Where's the big play wide receivers? We haven't seen them today for Chicago.
1st and 10 for Trubisky and the Bears. Could Pricey's prediction of a tie game come true? Nice throw, right side. That's Taylor Gabriel. Man, how good has Taylor Gabriel been today?
Yeah, they're asking a lot of him, and he's delivering today. Looks like Mitch Trubisky's really keyed in on finding him early and often, and every time the pressure's coming, it just seems like Trubisky's getting rid of the ball just a half second before Lip and that pass rush of Kansas City can get there.
1st and 10 for Trubisky. One more time, stepping up. Ooh, he finds Gabriel over the middle, right in front of the user. Gabriel pick up a 1st down. I thought he had the tight end. It looked like the tight end was open on the seam, as Hall will not be able to return with that strained tricep. 2nd and 8 for the Baltimore Ravens. Only a 7-point lead with 3:02 to go in the 3rd quarter. Jackson, quick throw, left side. Nice throw, nice spin move there from Hollywood Brown down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more of that after the catch action there for Hollywood Brown. Just he's so electric after the ball's in his hand. You have to find a way to get him touches. In basketball, you always say get this guy touches, because the more he touches the ball, the more good things are going to happen. Same thing applies here to Hollywood Brown.
Lamar having a rough day passing the ball. Been hampered by pressure and some poor decisions. That was a tough throw into tight coverage. 3rd and 3 on the right side of your screen now for the Chicago Bears. They're nearing they're nearing the 4th quarter. Under 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10 for Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens, left side of your screen. 3 wide look for Lamar as he drops back. Only a 3-man rush from the Cleveland Browns. And at some point, you just got to double team Myles Garrett, right? At some point, you just got to recognize Myles Garrett is just dominating your right tackle, and you got to double team with him. It's a 3-man rush.
Yeah, or take a breath, or move with Lamar Jackson. It almost looked like Lamar Jackson wanted to essentially become a statue. If I stand here long enough, do I become a statue? No, you become lunch for Myles Garrett. A late lunch.
Another 3-man rush. Oh, did he come out? Willie Snead with a catch, bailing out Lamar. Look at this catch over the top. I think was that on Terrence Mitchell? What a play from Willie Snead.
Yeah, that was a badly placed ball, and the receiver just outworks the DB right there.
Possession catch on the right side.
And that was a just terrible shank there for Draco, and I knew it was coming because he barely hit the chippy earlier in the game.
What's up in the chat? We got 4th quarter action, 13-13. Could Pricey's tie come true? 2nd and 8 for the Baltimore Ravens. Left side of your screen, they're nearing the 4th quarter as well. Hand off to Mark Ingram right at the middle. Good collapse by the Browns defense as Lip making some adjustments at the line. Mahomes dropping back. He's got X right over the head of the linebacker. It's a 1st down for Kansas City.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of crossing action here for the Kansas City Chiefs, using that speed to get to that 2nd level of the defense and crossing the field. I wonder if we're going to see some more corner blitzes from the Chicago Bears. A nice little dot there from Lamar Jackson. Possession caught over the middle of the field.
Dotty, dot, dot. Lamar. Dot action to Hollywood Brown. Big shout out to Rob Malt, because he said, I just applied. Let's go. Must be in the NBL. Glad you applied, man. Good luck. Right, Mahomes finding Travis Kelce on the left side. 1st and 10 for Lamar Jackson. Dropping back, waiting, looks over the middle. It's picked off. Demarius Randall with the jump. Oh, the Ravens are in trouble. Oh, if you were betting on the Ravens, if you put $1,400 down on the Baltimore Ravens, they're in trouble.
But the Browns got to get in the end zone. They got to score. Only 10 points so far. I'm not too concerned just yet.
Mahomes 1st and 10, dropping, waiting, looking.
Oh, wow, that's got to be.
He's just outside the pocket. Mahomes got he's got bazooka activated. Kelce got rack him up activated. I think you got to look for Travis Kelce on some sort of drag in route, something like that. Oh, I don't like him on a stick and nod. You got rack him up going. There's the stick. There's the nod. You got RB underneath. Dixon, catch.
This is an aggressive Chicago Bears defense. If one thing I can take away from this, as erratic as the offense has been, inconsistent, they just not consistently picking up yards. It seems a big play and then a couple losses. Defensively, they are aggressive and they're physical, and that is a staple of a Draco defensive team.
For Williams in the seam. I don't like that. He's a running back there. But look for it. Got RB underneath. Oh, he finds Travis.
I thought I was picked.
And it's not, though. Finding the all-star tight end. Four's up in the chat as we got fourth quarter action. Baltimore and Cleveland. Well, right now,
Roquan Smith was sitting right there.
There's got to be a run play. That's a empty box. Hand it to Williams. Cut it up. Inside. Touchdown.
Nice.
Beautiful run. Beautiful run. Chiefs take the lead. 3rd and 8 for the Cleveland Browns. They've been able to get some stops on Jackson and the Ravens, but their offense has been... Oh.
It's been their offense. It's been their offense they've had this entire season, and it continues to be their offense here on NBL Live Broadcast 303. Not surprised one bit. But, hey, if Odell makes one of those spectacular catches, we tie this game up, and we might have ourselves maybe some pressure on the Baltimore Ravens, because like we said, these two teams are tied up, the Chiefs and the Ravens, and they're fighting for that 3 seed in the AFC. Almost said NFC. I'm just not used to saying AFC.
I know. 3rd and 8. This full wide set for Baker Mayfield. Nick Chubb on his right hip. Here goes Mayfield dropping back on 3rd and 8. Dropping back. Chucking up, looking for the Odell, the Callaway prayer. Looking for nobody. That was...
And he clicked on and just out. He did the.
He clicked on and did the corner. Just left.
And he outran the. Didn't even try to break it up.
Oh, Eddie's untimed out. Hold on, I'll fix that. It's a shame, man. Shame that happens. Punt is away. Oh, that is the former. By the way, that return by Chris Moore, who, if you remember, Bleacher Report. Actually, Pro Football Focus, NBL Pro Football Focus named him the number 4 wide receiver in season 38.
Yeah, that's NBL, not NFL, guys. For those
NBL.
watching. And
Seam him. Oh. He's got him on the seam. Burton with the catch in traffic down to the 26-yard line.
I like Trey Burton, man. I had him last Madden. This guy's faster than. He's just under the radar tight end that has athleticism, speed, can make contested catches in traffic. He's just a solid vertical tight end. But yeah, what about that list of wide receivers? If you can name those guys, you can win some money. Oh, okay.
Oh, Tariq.
Oh, Tariq is definitely if he's going to be on. If he's looking to move next year, and the phone calls are ringing, this game is going to be what inflates that offer. He's been nothing short of spectacular today.
Right over the top.
Remember anybody else from that list?
It's Chris Moore. Who was the number 1 guy? There's somebody on the Redskins. It was on Nemo's team.
Oh, it was unisolated. No, was unisolated the Redskins then? No,
it was Nemo.
It was Nemo. Oh, it was a guy that only played like 17 downs played or something, or he had like 17 catches.
Yeah. And
is Nemo in the chat? He knows who it is.
Nemo would know. And then I got an argument. No, man, you gotta just look at the stats, man. I just stats. Oh wait, hold on. I had the spreadsheet messed up. Nailed it. 2nd and 7. Trubisky. Thumb this off to
That's
Robinson.
when you dive a little too deep.
Blair
you bring
Webb.
It back some.
That's right, Blair Webb.
Blair Webb, yeah.
The Webermeister. The Web Slinger.
He didn't drop a pass, but he only caught 4. Didn't drop.
Had made him the number 1 receiver. Top notch analytics. Big 3rd and 11 here for Chicago, and they're not going to.
Clock is ticking. You're gonna lose your 2 minute here.
3, 2, 1. All right, gets the snap up for the 2 minute warning. Trubisky rolling right, looking for some help, looking for anybody. He's gonna take a sack. Can't slow down there. All right, what do you do? 4th down. Oh, bad drop.
Oh, and Joku has been terrible this entire year. We talked about his stats coming into this game, how he just only has 1 touchdown on the year. He's their 4th leading receiver with 30 catches, 416 yards, 1 touchdown, and add that drop to the list of drops he's had this season. But that was just another pitiful effort, lack of effort play for Njoku. That's his 6th drop on the season.
Good click and hit there by Z-Star. All right, 4th and 15 for the Bears. They're going for it. They need a touchdown to tie it up. Trubisky, here goes the pressure off the edge, steps up, looks, has Burton, and he dropped it! Oh, what a read there from Trubisky, and Burton let him down. Beautiful. You got to possession catch that. You just got to get down and possession catch that one. The Chiefs take over.
Nice job by 23 there, recovering and able to make a play on the big tight end, who's been nothing but a short of just glue hands so far today.
Nice throw there from Baker. As Browns on the comeback, Charlie, forced a punt from the Baltimore Ravens. Texans fan 02, hey, NBL Network, love your stream you're announcing from the Classic event. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate the kind words. And hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Hump Day NBL Live. Next NBL Live, Saturday morning? It looks like we're going to have some sort of stream here. We're still figuring out the details, but it's going to be starting at noon Eastern time. 2nd and 8 now for the Cleveland Browns. And look at Z-Star. He's getting desperate. He's really the cover 0 hero. And it worked. Bears.
Baker just didn't like how his linemen, those two were blocking right there, so he just dings them in the back of the head. Just a quick little check. Listen,
you got to block
here.
effectively.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't have a job here without me, Baker.
What's going on, Russa?
If you might not hear from Eddie, I've timed him out 3 times. He said something stupid in chat, and so he's paying for it.
Bears playoff hopes on the line right here, 20-13. They got to get a stop.
Go to the double box. Mahomes has it, man. That's
Game time.
Pringle with the catch. Picked up, beat down the field. All right, 2 thuds of comebacks right there, folks.
Was not pretty. 14-25 today for Patrick Mahomes and a pick in the snow, but most importantly, they come away with the dub. And that win, I believe, with the victory they have against the Baltimore Ravens heads up, that should give them the 3 seed, right? Which is gonna put the Ravens versus the Patriots round 1. And this ain't even week 17, so I don't even know really what I'm talking about. There's still another game to be played, and the Jets have that. If they lose, they're going to be completely off the bye week because they have a tie. So
yeah, it's all going to depend on what goes on in week 17. Because if the Ravens hold on, both the Chiefs and the Ravens will go to 12-3. So it's just going to depend on how that last game goes.
yeah, and if the Jets drop week 17 and fall to 12-3-1, then 13-3 would beat them, and they could easily fall to the 4 seed.
Who the Jets play in week 17?
They play Dubs.
All right, so they're going to make it
The Buffalo Bills.
13 wins. Got it. And the Chiefs? Who do the Chiefs play?
The Kansas City Chiefs, week 17. Let me go ahead and pull Los Angeles Chargers. We thought maybe that would be a pretty good game early on in the season. The last time those two teams met up, it was 28-10 by week 11. Chargers have definitely been on the decline as of late, but they got off to a pretty hot start. I think they were sitting at about 6-3, now sitting at 8-7 out of the playoff hunt.
And the Ravens have an easy win over the Pittsburgh Steelers in week 17.
So everything likely will stay the same.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dubes, I don't think he's timed out anymore. 2nd and 6 for the Baltimore Ravens. Play action pass. Lamar let me down over and over today. Nothing there. 3rd and 6. I don't know why he called a play action rollout with only 1 timeout remaining for the Browns, but he got 3rd down. Browns can stop the clock, and the comeback can still stay alive if they get a stop on 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to just pick up the 1st down and probably really drain some clock because $151, 1 timeout. You really would get it down to what, 110 if you didn't pick up this 1st down. Here we go. 3rd and 6 here. Their own 38-yard line. Here's the game.
On the right side. He might have that in route. 3rd and 6. 4-man rush. Quick throw up the seam. That's Andrew's possession catch. GG's in the chat. The Baltimore Ravens are going to come out on top in this one.
Yeah, you got to wonder what the user's even doing there. Like, what is he defending against? You get trips on the left side. I understand you're playing the middle of the field, but at least walk it to the middle, right? At least show where, because you shouldn't be defending where no offensive players are at, right? There's nobody over there. Pre-snap. Show where the offensive players are at. They're bunched on the left side. You got trips on the left. At least show over there and then walk over there. You could have played that seam and at least taken that away.
Can I ask that? No timeouts remaining? What's he running the ball? Those are the plays that I hope, like, torn ACL. That's what I hope for. Like, there's just no
You've been
need.
ruthless today.
There's just no need to do it.
Hey, guys, this is playoff OSU. Potential bye week OSU, too.
OSU ain't getting a bye week.
I just want to see 1 seed OSU, what he's like.
OSU
What about
ain't getting
16-0 OSU?
a bye week. Only way I get a bye week is if Nemo needs to drop another game.
We don't have drops. Don't say drops.
No
Can't say
drops.
drops.
Sorry,
Can't
no
say
drops. Sorry, no drops. My bad.
Hey, they said drops. I thought you guys said drops. That's it. Unfollow.
Oh, so close.
Draco, you good game, man. Good season. But it's almost a signature series collapse here. Once again. But if Tariq Cohen is definitely on the move, if you're interested in flipping something, definitely has some value over there.
Well, he's not. What's his tiebreaker with the Vikings?
Who's that?
Draco.
Well, he falls to 6 losses now. The Vikings are at what, 4?
They are at. The Vikings are at 4, playing
So
tonight.
he needs the
against
Packers
Green
to
Bay
beat him.
Packers.
Yeah, and then he plays the Vikings.
So that
And
could
the
set up
last
a winner-take-all,
time-
week 17.
Last time they played, the Vikings beat them.
So then you get into tiebreakers and stuff. Well, let's see.
Oh yeah, within the division for the wild card is pretty annoying too.
Yeah, it's annoying. But you never know. Oh, Eddie's back for a few seconds. All right, time.
Yeah, they'd be tied conference, and Draco would have him on the division if the Vikings drop these last 2 and Draco's able to win week 17. So I think Draco would get him.
So a lot depends on what happens tonight between the Packers and the Vikings going on after advanced time because they don't know how to schedule it early enough. That'll be an interesting game though because
Playoff OSU.
who won that first matchup between the Packers and the Vikings? The Vikings team is an enigma. Sometimes they look great. Sometimes they look just dog awful.
I'll tell you what about this NFC
Vikings
North.
won the first game.
It's a very defense. If their defense is playing great, they look great. Right now, they're against the rush, they're 4th. Against the pass, they're 2nd. The Vikings. So if they're able to contain you defensively, they just look like a lockdown team, and that's really the threat of a lot of these teams in the NFC North.
Yeah, the last time they played, it was week 2. It was all the way back in week 2 on live. The Vikings won that one 28-17. So that'll be interesting. That race far from over. Playoff MBL. Nothing better than that. As we appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Next MBL Live, we're looking like Saturday morning, sometime around. It's going to be at noon Eastern. We'll have more details of that. Follow us on Twitter at MBL Network, at Bomber League. I don't know, Bomber, you got anything else? We got BTF coming up at some point, sometime this weekend. Probably.
Yeah, I wanted to
Might be
get.
looking at that.
Depends on how it all plays out. If Bananas holds true, I guess we can get.
Might be fine.
Yeah, we might do BTF on Saturday morning, depending on motor schedule. But I do want to get
with OSU on the call.
Yeah, absolutely. But I do want to get the last building the franchise.
I've
where we
never made a
announced the new
BTF
team.
appearance. Let's go.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just
Does
make
it
sure
sound
you follow.
like that'll be cool?
I could hear your teeth grinding.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
It'd be so fun to have you on board, funny. Make sure y'all they want to know about Commissioner Corner
Commissioner Corner should be. I
next week.
think it's Thursday. Tomorrow.
We'll have one tomorrow.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's going to be live over on YouTube, youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. And y'all have a great Wednesday or great rest of your week, and we will see you again. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. We'll let you know what's going on Saturday. We're still figuring out ourselves. Details are coming in Z-Star says he's down for BTF Saturday morning, but I don't believe him anymore because he said he'd win me fantasy. Y'all have a great rest of your week. For my co-host Bomber, I'm Nick Mazesco. Thanks for tuning in with us. Thanks for hanging out with NBL Live, and we will see you next time right here on the NBL Network.
I just want to say, hey man, this is T.O., cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network. Holla.